Hi Pisces, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love general messages. It's a general reading, so the roles might get reversed, or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Pisces, is going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I am also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Ooh, what happened? Pisces, whoa, wasn't expecting this type of energy. But anyway, something painful happened to you in the past. But out of that pain comes clarity. I feel that it took you sometimes for you to finally get the answer that you've been looking for. And I feel that you had to, go through a lot of things in order for you to find that type of answer. But once that answer is found, it feels kind of like quite freeing. Okay. In the past, this person was the Four of Pentacles and also the Eight of Swords. I feel that in the past, you were really, really hurt over the fact of you realizing that, this person is much more focused on their self-perseverance rather than the relationship in general. It's I versus we type of energy. And I feel that in the past, you fully come to terms with that. You fully have finally accepted that. It pained you because why can't I get them to budge? I've been so available. I've been putting my heart out there. I've been super duper vulnerable for this person. I've been trying, but I just can't get them to budge. I just can't get them to open up. I just can't get them to be more of like a we mindset rather than the I mindset. Now, once you start having that revelation, once you start having the clarity that I was telling you earlier in the beginning of the reading, I feel that some of your energy might change as well in the past. And that in itself put them in a situation where they did not see it coming. They never would have thought that you could have that clarity. They never would have thought that, you would do something like that. Because what they've always accustomed to is that you dwelling in your pain and you being all right with them being like this. So you changed in the past and they did not see it. It kind of like something that kind of like backfired on them as well. Now in the present moment, you have the Eight of Cups and you also have the Hermit in that preposition. I feel that in this present moment, Pisces, what you need the most is time to contemplate, time to just be your own and isolate and, little by little building up your strength again. I feel that there's a situation here that you walked away from, either mentally, emotionally, or literally physically, because it happens a lot, before you separate with somebody, before you physically separate with somebody, we would usually do that mental or emotional separation first before the physical separation. Now, the thing is that in this present moment, this person is the Ten of Pentacles and also the Five of Pentacles. Now the tables have turned. Now the situation has taken that 180 degrees turns. Okay. You are now being what they were in the past. You are now focusing on you. The Hermit is a very me type of card, like a contemplative for my own good, for my own benefit. Is this connection is actually bringing out the best version of myself, or is it actually bringing the worst version of myself to come to the surface? And I feel that again, the situation has been switched now, and now they are in your energy. Now they're starting to feel what you felt back then. Okay. They have the Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, and also the Two of Pentacles in that preposition. But I feel that this person is very, very confident of the fact that, okay, you know, maybe there's a bit of a turbulence in a relationship between me and Pisces at this present moment, but eventually it's going to turn out like how it used to, you know, with the Lover's card here, because they do believe that this is something that is kind of like a special bond for them. Eventually it's going to turn into like that again. And there's also this belief of there's about, you know, you and I do foresee this relationship happening for a long time. It's not just going to be a temporary type of situation, you know, things like that. For some of you too, Pisces, especially if you have a family with them, the type of question that they started to ask would be something like, why are you leaving behind your family? Why are you no longer we-oriented? I am here now. Why aren't you there? But I think there's this lack of realization that in the past they were behaving like this. And now that you're the one that behaving like them in the past, now they're protesting. In the future, you have the Knight of Swords and you also have the Page of Pentacles in upright position. I feel that in the future, in the future, you guys are going to be pursuing things that you felt that you missed out on. It's either because of the pain and because of the connection and because you are so overwhelmed with everything, you kind of like leave behind, or you kind of like not really giving like a lot of investment into a certain aspects in your life. You may not, you know, be spending time with your family as often as you usually would, or you was not focused on your career as much as you would and etc. But there's something here that you feel that you missed out on, and I feel that in the future you felt the need to go and pursue it again. Now with the Page of Pentacles in here, I feel that in the future you guys are going to be evaluating this connection from top to bottom, because you're trying to evaluate, you know, is this really something that I would like to invest myself in, or is it not? Now, in the future, from this person's side, they have the Wheel of Fortune and they also have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel that in the future, again, it's a very positive type of card. You know, it's a very optimistic type of card about, you know, I am certain that circumstances is actually going to align itself so that our connection could flow smoothly. And there's something here about them wanting to make sure that the circumstances is going to be good for the relationship between the both of you. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. If you think that works always get in the way between the both of them, there's something practical or there's something legit here that they're going to be doing in order to solve that work problems of theirs. Or I don't know what it is though, but I feel that some of you also feels that there are certain situations or certain circumstances within this connection that frustrates you, and in the future this person is going to make sure that the thing that frustrates you is no longer going to be there. Okay, so now let's clarify your reading here, Pisces. Drink for a second. So I want to clarify this Ten of Pentacles from their side. You see, now they're blaming things on you. Like the moment that you decided to take on their energy is the moment they're going to be like, why are you betraying our love? Why are you sabotaging this now, Pisces? This is something that is real for us. This is something that is good for us. Like, why are you sabotaging it right now? Let's clarify the Eight of Cups from your side. Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and also the Queen of Pentacles in upper position. For you, although they might say it like that or they might feel it like that, your responses is going to be, don't try to gaslight my reality. I know. I feel that in the present moment, what you guys are so focused on are just the things that is very practical for your life. It's about your money. It's about your sense of security and stability. It's about your children, if you have one. It's about your family. It's just about the things that is important for you on a daily. Let's clarify that Five of Pentacles from their side in the present moment. for some reason, the success of this relationship is very tied to how they feel about themselves. Losing you, losing this connection, losing this relationship would also implicate their self-esteem, because they feel like, oh my God, like I feel such a failure. If we are not able to fix this, it means that I feel such a failure. That's why in this present moment, I do see a lot of excitement from this person in order to work on this connection together with you. Let's clarify the Hermit from your side now. Nine of Swords, Queen of Wands, and also the Page of Pentacles in upper position. So you were being put in this situation, right, Pisces? You're being put in this Nine of Swords situation where you feel very imprisoned, where you were dwelling with like a lot of questions that you had in your mind, and you felt kind of like quite frustrated. You felt alone. You felt like, why am I not getting what I deserve and everything like that? There is a new shift of energy coming towards you. Now you're becoming the Queen of Wands. There is that realization that, hey, oh my God, like why did I allow somebody to make me feel this way? I deserve better than this. Practically speaking, if I were to think about it from a practical point of view, I actually bring a lot to the table. So why did I allow this person to make me feel that way? Okay, let's clarify the future. So yeah, I do feel that in the future, they're going to be putting much more work within this connection because they feel that they need to invest. And as I mentioned to you earlier, they are probably going to make some things happen. So if there's, I don't know if distance had been an issue, they're going to be doing things, or they're going to be planning things in order for the distance no longer to be an issue. If there is work, working hours, that is an issue. They're going to try to do things in order for their working hours is no longer going to be an issue. So there's something here that is of an issue that they're going to ensure it's not going to get in your way, the way of the relationship again. Now let's clarify the Knight of Swords from your side in the future. You're super masculine right now, in the future. Super masculine. Like I missed out on a lot of things in my life. I don't feel like I'm winning anymore. I don't feel that I have full control over my life anymore. And I need to get there. I need to get to that sense where I feel that I'm in control over my life again. I need to get there where I feel that, everything is safe for me and secure for me in terms of financial, in terms of like the daily routines and all of the daily lives and etc. Okay. For some of you, this could be about your chance of studying as well. Like maybe you kind of like sacrifice or abandon your opportunity for study just to be with this person, or to travel, your opportunity to travel just to be with this person. And I feel that in the future, you're like, nope, not sacrificing it anymore. If I want to study somewhere, I'm going to study there. If I want to travel somewhere, I'm going to travel there. If I want to relocate there, I'm going to relocate there. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles in the future from their side. Clarify the Page of Pentacles from your side in the future. I just feel that in the future, you don't really want to be bothered. If you're single and ready to mingle, would there be any type of opportunity coming your way in terms of dating and everything like that? Yes, I do. Especially a Scorpio would like to come in, and also an earth sign towards Virgo, Capricorn. But I just feel that you're not really focused on that. I think you kind of like truly wants to connect with people genuinely from an emotional perspective, especially if you're dealing with somebody who is hyper independent, or who's very focused on like work, or who's very focused on like financial status and everything like that. That is really not going to be something that impresses you, because I feel that what is going to impress you is actually emotional wisdom or emotional maturity. Now, I think even if you're single and ready to mingle, you're going to take it a bit slow in the future. Now, from this person's side, as I mentioned earlier, this person would like to change things around, like in order so that it could align and could help this connection to run smoothly as it should. But I feel that you are kind of like going to put them at a distance as well, because I feel that your focus is very clear. Like you would kind of like tied in your sense of security and stability within this world with your emotional stability. So you're no longer going to be depending your happiness upon them, but you're actually going to be depending your happiness on you. And the focus that you would have in order for you to clear all of this missing out thing that you're going to be facing in the future. Okay? So let's pull some advice card for you here, Pisces. Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, and also the Ace of Swords in upright position. This is the after tarot deck, so it's going to be very different than the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. But, you know, I feel that you've been carrying a burden for way too long now. There's so many things that needs to be done. There are so many responsibilities. You've been running around trying to do things over and over again. Now, the advice here is to pick your battle. What is it that is the most important thing for your life at this present moment? And how can you make sure that you stay focused on that priority of yours? So let's say, for instance, your focus is on your children, right? Which means that children needs money too, which means that there's going to be two areas of your life that you would need to go on a battle to, or the one that you need to start prioritizing your time, your energy, and your investment to. I feel that at this present moment here, Pisces, there is a high push from your guides, especially about you needing to pick your battles. Why are you doing what you're doing in your life, and who are you doing it for? Okay? Pick your battles. If you try to do everything at once, I'm not saying that you couldn't, but it won't be efficient. Now, you have the Three of Swords. So there was a situation that pained you very, very deeply, right? This happened in the past as well. I know this is a very painful situation that you dealt in the past. Now, what is the differences between this Three of Swords and this one? The difference is that the Swords is no longer there. Healing energy is actually flowing to you. In order for you to use most of those healing energy means that you need to stop thinking about the hurt. If you're still hurting at this present moment, it's because you're still thinking about the pain. You're reliving it in your mind all night, all day, every time. So you always feel that your heart is in a state of pain all the time. But no, the worst has happened. You're still alive. You're still watching this video. So in order for healing to start happening and you allow those healing energy to come to your heart, is you got to stop thinking about it. Stop reliving the pain. Take one lessons that you could learn out of the pain that you've experienced. What was it? Is it about trust? I shouldn't have trusted everybody. Or is it about, actually, I should have listened to my intuition the first time I met them? What is it? You have that. You will have that. And this is a general reading, so we can't really specify it, but you will have that. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have, again, ignored my intuition, or I should have listened to my friend who would look at my relationship from a very helicopter point of view, rather than me who is too into it. Okay? So I think that is if I'm writing for you here, Pisces. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys have been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.